Namaste, friends. Welcome to my channel. This is Elle from Sacred Union Tarot, and I am here to do a reading for twin flames. You don't have to be a twin for these messages to resonate, but the energies that I am intending to read are for twins, divine masculine, divine feminine, but some people haven't discovered that they're twins yet, so these messages may resonate for you as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate your presence and your energy here on my channel. Just doing a little clearing. And I have quite a few decks here. I've pre-shuffled, but I will just lean toward the decks that I feel guided to use for this message for you. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. This is a general reading, so it may resonate in part. There may be particular sign or image or something that I say that stands out that you'll know that this reading is for you. However, it may not be the whole reading. It may just be part of the reading. Please take what resonates and leave what does not in peace for someone else. So, I am going to start with the Sacred Traveler Oracle by Denise Lynn. I don't do readings generally every single day. Sometimes I am just guided to step back from the energies and do some processing on my own. I sometimes just have to do some deep meditation, some deep clearing as I'm going through my ascension process, and I have to just kind of step away from downloading or interpreting other messages. So if you don't see a reading posted every day, and sometimes it may be 3 days before I post a new reading, that is why. So we are, the time I'm doing this reading right now, we are in the Lion's Gate portal, and this is always an extremely energetic time for me. I was born in the Lion's Gate portal, so this is always a very life-changing time for me. Every year there's something really dramatic that happens, and so sometimes the energies get so intense and so heavy, and that's what I'm experiencing now. And I feel like there's some purging going on. So let's see what's going on. Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. This almost looks like to me the hermit energy, where he is on his spiritual path with his lantern illuminating. He has his sword of truth, and it is winter, and it feels as though he is striking out on a spiritual journey. Stepping into power. Feels very divine masculine energy. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Now, change of seasons here. So look at the harvest time, families getting together, abundance, reaping what they have so patiently invested time and energy in. And this feels like the result of this spiritual, striking out on the spiritual journey. So this feels like a very divine masculine energy. It's just what I'm feeling right now. So almost as though divine masculine is awakening and starting out on the spiritual path. In fact, I was called earlier to use this deck, which is my divine masculine deck. It was given to me by my son. And here we have the Fool. And this is a clean deck, and it usually gives me very precise readings, but I just didn't pull it. I actually pulled the Everyday Miracle deck, but just as I pulled that card, I knew I should go back and pull this deck. So I'm actually gonna shuffle, cut, and then shuffle again, because when I clean the deck, I want to make sure that the cards are very well shuffled. So just saw the Three of Swords, so some uncomfortable energy. Divine Masculine, maybe going through Dark Night of the Soul. I just saw the Moon card and the Five of Pentacles. It feels like, just in this, that he's started out on his own, possibly with a breakup of a long-term relationship, and he has now then left out on his spiritual path or left his home. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, Three of Cups. To me, this is union energy, celebration, almost reaping of the harvest. I'm going to put that right there. That's what feels right. Stepping into power and infinite abundance. There we go. There's the Six of Swords. Definitely moving on to something new. Leaving an uncomfortable situation. And what's going on with the Divine Masculine? Taking control of his own destiny. Ah, there's the abundance. Possibly, like I said, the breakup of a long-term relationship, but moving toward abundance. So something has just happened, significant. Here we have the Four of Swords, and it's in the challenge position. Not quite resolved yet. King of Cups and Queen of Cups. Feels like this is kind of this was definitely a couple. Sorry, the neighbor's dog is barking. It's like 2 in the morning here, 1 midnight, somewhere between midnight and 2. This almost feels as though he's detached and she's still trying to hold on. Okay, so obviously there's been some sort of a disconnection here on the Divine Masculine. I'm just sorry, this is feeling like a Divine Masculine reading. And it's not quite resolved yet. He's looking to maneuver his way out. But the feminine in the situation is still kind of clinging. Let's clarify. Let's see if we can get some more information. This is my Crystal Visions clarification deck. This is interesting. Definitely feels like he's stepping into his power and leaving a situation that he felt diminished in. It's no longer emotionally fulfilling for him. What's going on, please? The Empress. We have 2 threes here. Whoever this significant other is kind of clinging to it because it feels as though he's moving toward, see how he's kind of walking toward this reunion with this Empress, moving toward union with this Empress. So he is feeling his twins pull. The Hermit. Remember when I said it looked like the Hermit card? And there it is. I'll put this over here. He has some lessons to learn, probably starting an awakening. Possibly taking some time out in that Four of Swords energy to heal, to kind of reconstruct his new belief system, or to construct his new belief system. Because you know when you go through dark night of the soul, your belief system crashes. Let's see, Five of Swords here, and then the High Priestess. So, and they both came out in the challenge position. Look at how the butterflies here around the High Priestess, and then the butterflies here around the Empress. He's being guided. It's interesting that he has the Three of Swords here. And it almost looks like he has angel wings. And she's got two swords in her back. What it feels like to me is he's hurt the Divine Feminine before. And possibly because he stayed in this relationship. But now he's being guided to reconcile. Page of Pentacles. He's learning. It's a new. Wow, that's really interesting. I never even saw that before as many times as I've used this deck. Look at the two women kind of embedded in the tree. He's learning something new. He's starting to learn some tangible lessons. What else for the Divine Masculine that is leaving this situation? Spiritually, for sure. Emotionally, he's already gone. So he's finding he's being guided by his higher self along his spiritual journey, which is toward this Divine Feminine union. There's that Ten of Cups. He's learning what it is that will make him happy. What else? There we go. There's the death. There's the ending. Got a couple major arcanas going on. We have quite a few major arcanas for the Divine Masculine. Now there's been a little bit of fighting, a little bit of arguing, contention. That's a contention card. And, yep, this always reminds me of that song, Stealing Away. The Seven of Swords is always my malicious intent card. Somebody's doing something purposefully. There's an untrustworthy behavior. And when you have this contention, that's what brought about this ending. Okay, so let's leave that. I think we're clear. Let me try the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see if we can get an idea of what's going on this infinite abundance. What's bringing in this infinite abundance? Interesting that these two, oh, there's a card that I'll need to see. These two cards were on the bottom of the deck, both 3 cards. And that bottom of the deck is the underlying energy. So this is like what is the movement toward. And the sun. Yes, as a confirmation card. But also definitely the happy outcome. So what's going on with this infinite abundance is, this feels like past, recent past, or what is happening right now. But I'd like to see what infinite abundance is coming in. And it feels like new energy. It's almost like a relief, and then the gratitude of having the freedom to have left this situation and to be on the spiritual journey. Now the High Priestess again. Okay, so when cards fly out intentionally over part of a message, then that's the way I'd like to leave them. This High Priestess is, he knows. We have the High Priestess twice here. So let's just call that the knowing. The knowing. You know that feeling? The knowing. So what's next? What's next for this Divine Masculine? These cards are not. Spirit, what's next? There we go. The Empress again. He knows. See how she fell there? Although I'm shuffling intentionally way over here, he knows. We have the High Priestess and the Empress. There we go. There's the 8 of Swords. He's no longer trapped. In this deck, you see how there's the image in the mirror here, and the person is here saying, do I really want to stay in this energy anymore? Or am I ready to release? Ready to release. Remember how I said it was kind of like the relief? 6 of Cups. That is the soulmate, soul connection. And this always feels like this is something that they have felt for a long time. See these cups? This is from the childhood to manhood. This is something he's known for a long time. And here is the 10 of Pentacles. There's that infinite abundance. We've had 10 of Pentacles twice. I keep hearing abundance of the heart. This abundance, it looks tangible. So maybe this is someone who is creating a lot of abundance in their life right now. But it feels as though it's more important that they have the emotional abundance. And as I say that, there's the Lovers and the Queen of Pentacles. That nurturing, loving, grounded, real. And look at how she's looking at these lovers with just that look of absolute satisfaction, like all is right in the world. Six of Cups and Lovers together. Definitely that soulmate relationship. Oh, look, this King of Swords came right out over this. And that, to me, is that he knows his truth now. He has gotten clarity over this situation. Here we have the Ten of Wands. Kind of packing up and leaving home, looks like, don't you think? Said that before, didn't I? And it's almost formed a bridge between this past event, or what is currently happening, toward this more future. Anything else? I'm going to try and hold the cards over here, and maybe they'll stay over here. There's the Fool card. I think I saw that in the other deck. And the Queen of Swords. This is starting this journey in a new truth, or in truth, in clarity. No more deception, no more trying to live in denial. I think the Eight of Swords to me is denial. Here's the Page of Cups. Somewhat unbelievable. The yearning of the heart, kind of learning the lesson and embracing the lesson. I had quite a few come out, so we'll take this. Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and Five of Swords. Five of Swords being self-sabotaging. He's learned that lesson. That this situation was self-sabotaging. And he's healed that. That's why this Page of Cups, it's a lesson that he has now embraced. Realizing that the self-sabotaging was self-defeating. And was a lesson. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Cups there. That's a singles card. Always the Nine of Cups and Nine of Pentacles to me are people that have made the journey into their self-awareness. And oftentimes that is solitude. Ooh, here's the Devil and the Seven of Wands. Rejecting that that toxic low vibration energy. All right, can we have some idea of, my goodness, there's the Two of Swords. Was very confused and didn't want to listen, didn't want to acknowledge the twin. So if this is your divine masculine, they did not want to acknowledge this connection. But with the Hierophant, they kind of learned differently, didn't they? Hierophant to me is the higher self of the divine masculine, like the High Priestess is for the divine feminine. the Hierophant is for the Divine Masculine for me. It's the Divine Masculine card for me. And he's definitely learned some spiritual lessons and is starting the awakening process. And that's why he was denying. Oh, there's, yep, as I say that, starting the awakening process. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. Starting to recognize and validate his feelings for the Divine Feminine. Starting the acknowledgement process. And what I have kind of seen happen is that the Divine Masculine, as they wake up and they start to, they get to this first step of their journey in this, the union process, is that they feel this intensity of the connection, but they can't get their head around it. They can't explain it. They don't understand it. They almost become very uncomfortable with it, so they tend to run the other way for a while because it's overwhelming and it makes them vulnerable. And they have a hard time acknowledging it. So they have to go through this process of kind of slowly merging with the energy. It's like they're not ready for the whole, the intensity of the connection. So a lot of times they pull away, and then they go through this spiritual journey, and then they start their awakening. So they start to slowly gravitate toward, and then they'll kind of leap in for a minute and connect with the Divine Feminine, and then when it gets really intense and overwhelming and scary, then they pull back because it's just too much energy to integrate all at once. Nine of Pentacles. And they can't really start to do this process of beginning the acknowledging of the twin dynamic until they're in that place where they feel grounded and that they feel like they have made enough progress on their independence. Eight of Pentacles. That they have done their work. I'm going to take some good tarot. I'm not feeling that we have an answer to a question yet. So it feels as though the Divine Masculine is at the point where he's going to begin acknowledging his connection to the Divine Feminine. He's overcome a lot. He's learned a lot of lessons. He's taken some healing time. He's rejecting the toxic energies that he may have brought to this connection in the past, although it feels as though the encounter he had with his twin was brief but significant, but it didn't feel like there was a relationship prior to this. It feels as though there was a meeting, but it didn't manifest into a relationship at that time, but it always haunted him. Six of Water, Six of Cups, yep. Yeah, see how it haunted him. There was always lingering there. What else do we need to know about this situation? The Hermit and the Fool. Yes. There is that. Those spiritual lessons with the new path. Anything else? Five of Wands. What's that about? Let's ask that. Because it feels like we have gone through it feels like this is over. It feels like this is in the past now. And his soul is longing for this. But he is now getting to the point of acknowledging that he has these feelings. So why is this Five of Wands here again? Queen of Cups. Oh, he still has a little bit of lingering for that Queen of Cups. He still has some conflict as to maybe unresolved. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. She's on her own, and he's a little concerned about her. And so he's conflicted a little bit about whether or not he should... Yeah. Whether or not he should reach out to her. So he's acknowledging this as the new direction, but he's also conflicted because he feels as though he still needs to support this Queen of Cups. Okay, well that helps. I'm going to take a couple more messages from the Good Tarot. Anything else? Anything else? What is this infinite abundance about? Can we get a little more information on that? The Chariot, yeah. Balance. Balance and moving forward. Oh, here, King of Fire holding this heart. He is moving toward what he is passionate about. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Cups 3 times. King of Swords. Making that decision. Hierophant again. Knowing that that's his spiritual path. I'm just checking the bottom of the deck. And Page of Cups again. Bringing forth that, thinking about, bringing in that energy of the Ace of Cups, bringing forward the Ace of Cups. Okay, I am going to take Power of Love, activation cards. Wow, this is a little longer than I thought. 3322. Just saw the card Release, Trust, and Gratitude. Fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. And I think he is. I think that's what this signifies. He's grateful that he's had this experience, but he knows now it's time to move on toward his spiritual destiny. Anything else for the Divine Masculine's energy? So in this Lionsgate portal, a lot of times, like I said earlier, this is a lot of times that's when big shifts occur. Okay, so we have detachment, priorities, and purpose. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. So it almost feels like there's the detachment, recalibrating the priorities, and moving on to his spiritual purpose. Now, I pulled this deck earlier, And this is more of kind of a religious Christian deck, so don't want it to conflict with somebody's religious beliefs, but I just feel like there's a message here, and maybe it's something the Divine Masculine needs to hear. It just said, trust in God. That's what I saw. I do not perceive my own best interests. So he's telling to you he did not perceive his own best interest, but I think he is now. Let's see what other messages. The Holy Christ is born in me today. So if your Divine Masculine is of Christian faith, this may be his rebirth. And God himself shall wipe away all tears. Let me remember what my purpose is. I am not a victim of the world I see, and I am entitled to miracles. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps. Here, let me pull this down just a second so you can see the... please like, share, subscribe. If you want a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box. Please just email me. We'll set something up for you at your convenience. And if you have questions, comments, please keep everything positive. I don't invite negative energy on my channel, please. It's not helpful to anyone. You have my email address. I mean, email me if you have something that you really feel like you need to unload. Until then, namaste.